Good morning students, Sairam. In today's mathematics session, we are going to start a new chapter, that is chapter number 2, whole numbers. Let's see what we are going to learn in this chapter. Children, we are going to learn what are natural numbers and whole numbers, how to represent whole numbers on a number line, then addition, subtraction and multiplication of whole numbers on number line, then properties of whole numbers and additive and multiplicative identities for whole numbers. Then in the end, we will see certain patterns in whole numbers and understand them. Children, we know that numbers are very important for us. They are all around us. We use them all the time. So here are a few examples how we use the numbers to express the amount of money, to express the population of countries, to find area and perimeter of land, or to express the number of objects or number of people. So we use numbers all the time. Now let's understand what are natural numbers and whole numbers. Children, when we count objects or people or any thing, then we start counting from number 1, isn't it? We naturally start counting from number 1 and then it goes on like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. So these numbers are called counting numbers, or they are also known as natural numbers because they come naturally to us. They are counting numbers or natural numbers. Okay, so the number 1 onwards are called natural numbers. Now how do we find predecessor or successors of natural numbers? Children, you have learnt earlier that when we add 1 to any natural number, we get its successor. For example, if we add 1 to a number 16, 16 plus 1, we get its successor, that is 17. If we want to get the successor of number 19, then we add 1 to the number and then we get 20 as its successor. So to get the successor of any natural number, we add 1 to it. Similarly, if we want to find the predecessor of a natural number, then what do? Then we subtract 1 from the natural number and get its predecessor. Suppose for example, we want to find the predecessor of 17. Then what do? We subtract 1 from 17 and we get 16 as the predecessor of the number. Similarly, if we want to find the predecessor of natural number 20, then what do? We subtract 1 from it and we get 19 as its predecessor. Now, in case of natural number 1, if we want to find the predecessor of 1, 1 minus 1, what do we get here? We don't have 0 in natural numbers. So what do we get here? So this is a problem. There is no predecessor of 1 in the system of natural numbers. Natural numbers do not include 0. It starts from 1. Okay, so natural numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. We don't include 0 in natural numbers. Now, it is very important that we have 0 also in our number system. So we have a whole new number of system of numbers, that is whole numbers. What are whole numbers? The natural numbers along with 0 form the collection of whole numbers. That means whole numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Whole numbers start from 0. So whole numbers are natural numbers along with 0. So how can we represent whole numbers on a number line? Here we have shown a number line for whole numbers. What do? First we draw a line like this and on the line we mark a point and label it as 0. Then at a unit distance from 0 we mark 1 to the right of 0. Then to the right of 1 at unit distance we mark 2. We label 2. Then from 2 again at unit distance we mark 3. This way to the right of the numbers, we go on marking the numbers, the next numbers. So this is how we draw the number line. And in a number line for whole numbers, the number, any number to the right of a given number is greater than the left number. For example, here 9 is the successor of 8. It is greater than 8. And as we move to the left, we will find smaller numbers. So 7 is the predecessor of 8. It is to the left of 8. Now, let's see this. When we move to the left, we get the predecessor. Suppose we move to the left of 8, we get at a unit distance 7. 7 is the predecessor of 8. So we can observe that on a number line for whole numbers, when we move towards right, the numbers go on increasing. And when we move towards the left, the numbers go on decreasing. So if we want to find the successor of a given number, we move to the unit distance to the right of that number. And if we want to find the predecessor of that number, then we move towards left of that number at unit distance. So the predecessor of 3 will be 2. Now look at the number line here. Do we have the predecessor of 0 on this number line? No, we don't have the predecessor of 0 on this number line. 0 is the smallest whole number. It is the smallest whole number. 0 is the smallest whole number. We don't have predecessor of 0. Then what is the predecessor of 1 in whole numbers? 0 is the predecessor of 1 in whole numbers. And 1 is the successor of 0. Successor of 0 is 1. We have shown it here. 1 is the successor of 0. So let's once again look at the natural numbers and whole numbers. Natural numbers are all counting numbers. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. 0 is not included in natural numbers. What are whole numbers? All natural numbers along with 0 are called whole numbers. That means whole numbers start from 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. They are whole numbers. Now every natural number is a whole number, but 0 is a whole number which is not a natural number. Okay, that means all the natural numbers are whole numbers, but all the whole numbers are not natural numbers. Now let's understand how we add the whole numbers on a number line. For example, suppose we have to add 3 and 4. We have to add 3 and 4. Then what we do? We start from 3. On the number line, we start from 3. And since we have to add 4, we have to make 4 jumps to the unit distance 4 times in the right direction. Since it's addition, we move in the right direction. So we make 4 jumps, 1, 2, 3, 4 and we reach at 7. So we can conclude that 3 plus 4 is equal to 7. So the answer is 7. This is how we add the numbers on a number line. Now how do we subtract numbers, subtraction of numbers on a number line? For example, we have to subtract 5 from 7. In that case, what we do? We start from 7. We start from 7 and since we have to do the subtraction, we make 5 jumps. Since we have to subtract 5, we make 5 jumps to the left. And where do we reach? We reach at 2. So 7 minus 5 is equal to 2. So this is how we do the subtraction on a number line. Now let's see how we multiply the whole numbers on a number line. Suppose we have to multiply 3 and 4. Then what we do? Since we have to multiply 3 and 4, we move from 0. We start moving from 0 and we make 4 moves, 4 jumps of 3 units at a time. That means at a time we move 3 units and make 4 such moves. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. And where do we reach? We reach at 12. So 3 multiplied by 4 is 12. So we start from 0. At a time we move 3 units and we make 4 such moves. And then we reach at 12. This is how we multiply the whole numbers on a number line. Let's start solving the problems of exercise 2.1. So let's see what is question number 1. We have to write the next 3 natural numbers after 10,999. So to get the next natural numbers, that means successes, what we do? We add 1 to the numbers. So 10,999 plus 1 becomes 11,000. Then we add 1 to 11,000 and what do we get? We get 11,001. And we have to add 1 to 11,001 and what do we get? We get 11,002. So the next 3 natural numbers after 10,999 are 11,000, 11,001 and 11,002. Let's move on to question number 2. Write 3 whole numbers occurring just before 10,001. That means we have to write 3 whole numbers occurring just before 10,001. So what do? We subtract 1 from 10,001. What do we get? We get 10,000. Then from 10,000 we subtract 1. What do we get? We get 9,999. Now again from 9,999 we subtract 1 and we get 9,998. So 10,000, 9,999 and 9,998 are the 3 numbers occurring just before 10,001. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 3. Which is the smallest whole number? Children, we have discussed it earlier. 0 is the smallest whole number. So the smallest whole number is 0. With this question, I end this session. We will solve more problems of exercise 2.1 in our coming session. Thank you.